Estimating CO2 emissions from burning gasoline. Part 1. So first, let's start with some basic information. 1 gallon of gas weighs approximately 6.2 pounds. And a gallon of gas is 87% carbon, 13% hydrogen by weight. Okay, so how many pounds of carbon are contained in a gallon of gas? Well, if a gallon of gas is 6.2 pounds and it's 87% carbon, then roughly 87% of a gallon of gas. So I changed 87% to a decimal. Of means multiply, and a gallon of gas is 6.2 pounds. So 0.87 times 6.2 gives me 5.394 pounds. So roughly, that is the weight of the carbon in the gasoline. How many kilograms is that? So how many kilograms of carbon are released per gallon of gas? So if I have 5.394 pounds, how do I change pounds to kilograms? Well, thinking about dimensional analysis, if I have pounds in the numerator, to get those to go away, I want to go pounds in the denominator, and I want to change pounds to kilograms. So I know that 1 pound is roughly 0.5436 kilograms. That makes my pounds go away. I multiply straight across, and I have roughly 2.446784 kilograms. Now, let's estimate how many pounds of hydrogen are contained. Well, we have 2 different ways to do this because we're talking about 1 gallon. So we could say, well, 1 gallon is 6.2, and we know that 5.394 is carbon, so the rest is hydrogen. Or you could say, well, I know that 13% of that, so 6.2 times 0.13, either way, we end up with 0.806 pounds of hydrogen, no matter which way you look at it. So, a little information. Hydrogen released into the atmosphere from burning gas combines with oxygen to form water. H2O molecule has 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Each molecule of water has an atomic weight of 18. Therefore, to calculate the amount of water produced from a gallon of gas, the weight of the hydrogen in the gas is multiplied by 18 divided by 2. This should be a 2. 18 divided by 2, or 9. Divided by 2 because there are 2 hydrogens. Okay, so we multiply the weight of the hydrogen by 9. So how much water in pounds a gallon of gas produces when burned? So if I take the 0.806 pounds of hydrogen, because it's the weight of the hydrogen multiplied by 9, I end up with 7.254 pounds of water. Which, when you think about that, that's a lot, right? It's just kind of weird. Now, the majority of carbon released into the atmosphere also combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. This means for every carbon atom, there are 2 oxygen atoms, and this increases the weight of the carbon by a factor of 3.67. So how many pounds of carbon dioxide does a gallon of gas produce when burned? So now we're going to take the weight of the carbon, which is 5.394 pounds, and it increased by a factor. That means you multiply by 3.67, which means we're going to be roughly, I'm going to just round, to 19.8 pounds of CO2, carbon dioxide. Now we're going to use this in part 2 to continue estimating CO2 emissions from burning gas. This was our intro, our part 1.